following videos were documented by user 17275C. The young man uploads a lot of video logs and talks about all kinds of stuff that revolve around his daily life. At one point, he tells his viewers about a haunted ring that he had acquired on a yard sale, and ever since, some really weird events started to unfold in his house.
Bought a haunted ring about 3 weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure it's real because I had to block off the closet door because in the last week the doorknob has decided to shake on its own, and so far I've chalked it up to just my imagination when I'm about to go to sleep in my room, but now there's actually like some incoherent voice whispering to me at night, so now I can't sleep without this light on. So
it all sounds very strange indeed, and the following day he was finally able to capture some of that activity on camera.
I heard some noise down here, not the washing machine, but some like weird thumping, and this thing was rocking back and forth when I came down.
Of course, it is hard to say if something paranormal had moved the rocking chair on the ground floor here. A few days after, it all might have become a little bit clearer when the young man talks about him feeling ill and that he is now sleeping in his car due to night terrors and strange activity unfolding at night.
I'm going to go and my car for tonight. I'm not feeling good. I'm actually starting to get ill, and I've been hearing sets of 3, 4 thumps or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm everywhere today with my vocabulary, but I'm just gonna sleep in my car and see. But nothing, get a few hours of shut-eye in there, and I'm just not feeling good anymore, and I'm also hearing voices now, so it's not like they're in my head, they sound like they're in another room, so...
A shadow person is standing in the room right behind him. If it is connected to the supposedly haunted ring he had bought, or if it's something else, is not further known. Ever since this thing was spotted behind him, he spent most of the nights in his car. At least, that is what he stated. And now we are taking a look at a video from J. Kelly. She states, "Everyone was in bed. Watch in the dark section. Looks like a man walking into the kitchen area. Then a strange orb follows him. House alarm was on, so no one else could have been in the house. Police even came the next day to clear it. Let's take a look." A grayish figure walking by, no questions. Who or what was this person? Now, could this maybe be somebody, that is living in this house? I don't think it was an intruder necessarily, since they would have had to break into this house, and how did they find out about that? Did they get an motion alert perhaps? User Crims has shared the following really mysterious recording in the paranormal Reddit section. It was captured by the security camera of his workplace. He states, "Check this out. So one of my employees found this emergency door wide open. When I reviewed the footage, I saw the following happening. Take a good look. There's clearly something happening once the door is open. It was an old CCTV system, and we never got an HD system until like last year."
You see it?
Well, what do you guys think? There's clearly something opening the door, and then this transparent shadowy thing appears. It's a little dark object that is visible at knee height. Of course, we can't be absolutely sure that it wasn't simply artifacts caused by the camera. However, the door opening without any apparent reason makes this all a little bit weird.
You see it?
Speaking of invisible and terrifying things, this recording has been shared by Kelsey Miller, the young mother, her husband and a family friend who were out this day and they were picking up some supplies for their house. Something unseen seemed to have attacked their little daughter. See how forceful she's being pushed towards the ground? Her mother confronts her daughter about what had happened the following day.
Huh? What happened?
I thought you heard me.
A what?
I thought you heard me.
What?
I heard him moving to my aid.
Who did?
A Dosian.
A ghost?
A Dosian hurt me.
A ghost came and hurt you?
You know me hurt my aid at that.
Why did you hurt your leg?
My Dosian hurt me and his boom to me and out and you boom to me.
She states that a ghost man was responsible for this event. How terrifying. But the mother states that she wants to keep an eye open from now on for more of these paranormal and potentially dangerous happenings. I find this is a good idea. The following has been captured by a superintendent after a fire broke out in an old apartment complex. They were checking the lower floors for any residents that hadn't made it out of the building yet. But it turned out that everybody was outside on the streets at this point. This snapshot, however, says otherwise. The silhouette of a man in black appears in the background. The face looks transparent and really strange. Many believe this to be a being of paranormal nature, since nobody was in the hallway at the time, other than the two men. How do we explain this? Creepy for sure. The following clip has been shared by Erwan Bomank, and this was apparently captured on a construction site of some sorts, and they caught something quite interesting in the distance, it reads. Let's take a look. Oh, what? Let's watch that again, guys. See? We don't see anybody there at the time. Also, it reads that there should not have been any bystanders, so the uploader speculated that this could be Kuntilanak, perhaps. Do you agree with that? In the past week, we have taken a look at one of Kent's latest investigations. He was alone in the Lamb House for a while and compiled some of the creepiest things that were recorded during that time. In the following recording, he was upstairs in his bedroom and asking questions to the other side because he was certain to have heard something up there.
Hello? Now, when I go through the door of the bedroom, I hear a strange sound behind me, and I turn the camera around really fast. Now, I didn't see anything there, but out of curiosity, when I was going over these recordings, after I saw what was captured on the stairway, I also lightened up the recording from when I spun the camera around, and there was another strange anomaly captured.
Kent believes that a shadow was right behind him and possibly making it down the stairs into the dining room again. Was the entity possibly making him come upstairs and maybe passing through him to go downstairs? Another mystery for sure.
It is obvious there are definitely certain entities that do not want to be seen by the living.
The next video was recorded by Gabby Dio, and in the description of the video she states that besides the dog, nobody seemed to be home at the time, and that she only found out about the odd thing in the background after reviewing the video afterwards. Let's take a look. It appears that an unidentified person is walking out of a room. Could it be anything mysterious? The dog also notices it. How do you read its behavior? Maybe it was just a person that was home at the time, and Gabby wasn't aware of it, right? This video was recorded by a user who states that one Friday night he saw something rather unusual appear in his doorbell camera. He was having a friend over and they both spent the last couple of hours playing video games. At some point, the young man received a motion alert from his camera, so he opened it on his computer and was quite freaked out to say the least. Let's see.
Yo, what is that? You see that, Mom?
Yeah, I see it.
What the?
A creeper was standing in front of their house. It is unknown what that person wanted and how they got there. The two men were pretty uneasy, and the figure had disappeared seconds after this recording. Was it somebody playing a prank on them? Or was there something else going on? Ashley Barnold created the following video after noticing that something simply terrifying had been captured by her young daughter. They had just moved together with her husband into a new family home, which is an exciting event for most people. However, ever since she put her girl to sleep the first night, the child tells her about strange shadows that are visiting her at night in the bedroom. That's pretty creepy, isn't it? For Christmas, the young mother had bought her daughter a children's camera from Amazon. And, well, let's say this camera certainly could capture some pretty interesting things.
So I got my daughter this camera from Amazon for Christmas. She's 3, almost 4. We're just hanging out at home today by ourselves. My husband's at work. She's been telling us she's been seeing somebody in her room, that she can't really sleep well. She refuses to sleep in there. We just moved to this house. I never set the date or time on this camera because it was just like a little play camera, so she would quit taking her phones and taking pictures of herself because she's at that age right now. So we just like never set the time. So she just took a picture and she says, "Mommy, look, there's a man in the photo." I said, "What?" She said, "There's a man in my photo." And I went like that real quick. Like, this just happened just like 5 minutes ago. Like, no one else is here, it's just us. Like, I'm gonna have to change the date and time so I can get more pictures for y'all, but look at that. In this new house, she says she's been seeing people.
What a nightmarish capture. This sparked all kinds of thoughts and ideas in her viewers' heads. So people suggested to Ashley that she should try looking into the past of this house and land if possible. Maybe something would come up. Ashley did just that.
Okay, I couldn't find anything on the house, but I did find this article about someone who drowned in our backyard pretty much. Well, it's really our front yard. I'll show you a picture in my next video. But yeah, go ahead and read it.
So I guess you could say that her viewers were satisfied by this piece of information. Turns out that the person had drowned in front of their house.
So here's some pictures of Charlie at the lake with nothing that can identify my house. At the very end is a picture of the lake from our window, but you can't see anything else in it besides woods, so you can't identify our home.
The night after, she captured the following.
Okay, everyone is sleeping. This is my room, like right on the other side of the story. You can hear the ocean sounds. Don't judge me, my Christmas tree is still up. I'm taking it down this weekend, tomorrow. So I hear this thumping going on against the wall, and I come out and the freaking vacuum is on. It's not supposed to start until 10 a.m. Why is it on? It's like full battery, and it's like jammed under the couch. And let me show you where the dock is. Like, the dock, I have chills, oh my god. The dock is right there. Like all the house from there to here.
Some of her viewers believe that right next to her tree, a shadow entity can be seen as she pans back from the kitchen towards the living room. Do you see it too? Certainly an eerie story. And how do we explain this shadow person on the camera of her little child? Let's keep an eye open. Maybe there's more to learn about this in the future. Now we want to take a look at a video from the channel Clip Hunt 2, and we follow him into another abandoned building where he was ghost hunting that night. I'm not exactly sure what kind of building we are currently investigating. It seems to be abandoned. And as per usual, you never know. If not, perhaps homeless people might roam these premises, right? Especially in a rural area, that could always be the case. Oh, I completely missed that. Do we see something here? Oh, look at that. There's somebody standing in the doorway. A lady in a white dress with long dark hair. Is she moving her hand? That's weird. I mean, like, my gut tells me that this is a case for ghost or weirdo, guys. And then this was captured. Is that a floating thing, or is that a person? A white torso with just a black ball for a face, a hovering sphere? This is creepy, I don't know. Almost looks like a hospital or something, huh? Oh! Well, I saw this standing in the window for sure. This could... I forgot the name. Is this also called a kuntilanak? This being stems from Indonesian folklore. This is certainly a creepy capture that we have in the window here. I think it could be kuntilanak as well. And I would be freaked out too if I saw that. The following sighting was caught by channel with the name Akron Paranormal Investigations in the early morning hours. Gettysburg is known for its many sightings of spirits and ghostly events, and it's not surprising that Akron could capture something really interesting on camera. While the owner of the channel is filming a wide field of where history transpired in 1863, he noticed an odd transparent figure in the distance. It appears that a man in a black suit and hat is walking across the fields. Is it a spirit from another time period? The cameraman is 100% certain that no living soul was with him, or any other person in general could have been walking these fields at the time. Two friends were on their way home after they took a nice trip to Tokyo. They were saying that Asia must have been really impressive and that they captured many great memories on their camcorders. One of them captured some additional material while they were on their way to board the large Airbus, which was supposed to take them home again in a matter of hours. When the camcorder records the seating area within the airplane, a grim figure is getting recorded in the overhead compartment. It clearly looks like a female ghost, which is lurking out of the shadows. She is rolling her eyes around, which makes the whole recording even more unsettling. Have these men brought something with them from their journey?